Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital spoilers reveal that the people of Port Charles are about to witness another life-changing turn of events, and this one is going to directly involve Lulu. After such a long absence from the screen, Lulu is finally finding her way back into the drama, and her reemergence is tied to something shocking, something urgent, and something that could forever change her story. Lulu has always been the kind of woman who steps into chaos with a sense of duty, sometimes even before she's fully ready to face her own personal battles. And this time, spoilers suggest that Lulu crosses paths with an accident victim. What makes this spoiler so captivating isn't just the accident itself. Port Charles has never been short of shocking tragedies, but the mystery surrounding who that accident victim might actually be, how Lulu becomes the one to step in, and how this single act of compassion and bravery could launch a new wave of storylines with ripple effects across multiple families. For years, fans have been waiting to see Lulu wake up and finally take her place back in the Port Charles landscape. While she's been off-screen, many stories have unfolded. Dante's new relationships, Charlotte's struggles, Laura's ongoing battles as both a mother and mayor, and even Valentine's complicated path. And now, Lulu finds herself placed in the center of a shocking twist, the type of moment that feels almost like fate. She doesn't just wake up quietly in a hospital bed. She doesn't just return in the background. Instead, she's thrown directly into a dramatic rescue moment, the kind of introduction that screams classic soap opera return. Lulu helps an accident victim, and depending on who that victim is, her return could explode into dozens of emotional, romantic, and even dangerous directions. Imagine the scene unfolding. Lulu, newly awakened from her coma, is beginning to adjust to the world again. She's trying to reconnect with life, maybe even feeling disoriented as she processes the years she's missed. Then suddenly, she's confronted with an accident. Perhaps a crash, a sudden emergency, or someone desperately in need of immediate help. Lulu doesn't hesitate. That's never been her way. She throws herself into the situation, providing assistance, calling for help, doing whatever she can in the moment. But the real bombshell lies in the reveal of who she's helping. That's where the spoilers take things to a whole new level. So, who could the accident victim be? That's the million-dollar question, and there are several intriguing possibilities, each one opening the door to an entirely different set of consequences. First, there's the chance that Lulu helps someone she already knows, perhaps even someone tied to her family. Could it be Charlotte? Could it be Dante? Could it be someone connected to Valentine? If the victim is someone deeply tied to her past, then Lulu's act of rescue could serve as both a dramatic reintroduction and a catalyst for rebuilding those connections. Imagine Lulu saving Dante's life after an accident, reminding both of them of the bond they once shared, even if years of distance and heartbreak have driven them apart. Or picture Lulu stepping in to help Charlotte, her own daughter, who has been through so much turmoil already. What could be more powerful than a mother instinctively rushing to save her child, even before they've had a chance to truly reunite? That would be an unforgettable moment of destiny. But what if the accident victim is someone unexpected, someone outside of Lulu's immediate circle? That possibility is equally exciting because it gives Lulu a way to weave herself back into the Port Charles fabric through new connections. Suppose the victim is a newer character, someone introduced while Lulu was gone. That creates an instant bridge between past and present, giving Lulu a reason to be involved in ongoing storylines that she otherwise might struggle to enter. For instance, what if the victim is Cody, who has been caught in his fair share of dangerous situations? Lulu stepping in to help him could form an immediate bond, setting off speculation about a possible friendship or even a future romance. Or maybe the victim is someone like Sasha, who has been enduring heartbreak after heartbreak. Lulu saving her could forge a strong female friendship, a sense of solidarity between two women who know the pain of loss and struggle. Of course, this is General Hospital, and the stakes are always sky high. Another angle to consider is whether the accident itself wasn't entirely an accident. Could foul play be involved? Could Lulu stumble upon someone who wasn't just in the wrong place at the wrong time, but actually the target of an attack? If that's the case, then Lulu isn't just helping an accident victim. She's uncovering a mystery, stepping into danger, and setting herself up to clash with powerful enemies. This could mark her immediate transition back into the kind of investigative, truth-seeking role that she has thrived in before. Lulu has always been brave, sometimes to her own detriment, and finding herself pulled into a new mystery right after returning would feel perfectly in line with her character. Now, consider how this twist might intersect with other ongoing storylines. Right now, the Cassadines, the Courtemains, and even Sunny's world are all balancing on shaky ground. If the accident victim is tied to any of those families, then Lulu's act of rescue becomes the entry point into major front-burner drama. Say the victim is Valentine. Imagine the complications of Lulu helping the very man who has caused her and her family so much pain in the past. How would that reshape their dynamic? Could gratitude soften his edge, or would it simply add another layer to their already tangled history? Or what if the victim is tied to the mob world, someone close to Sunny or his enemies? That would thrust Lulu into a realm of danger she hasn't directly been a part of in years, immediately making her a target. The emotional weight of this storyline can't be overstated. Lulu hasn't been part of Port Charles' life for a long time, and her return carries huge expectations. Fans want payoff. They want drama. They want emotional reunions that make the wait worthwhile. By placing Lulu in the middle of a rescue, General Hospital instantly gives her a heroic spotlight. She isn't a passive character being reintroduced quietly. She's a force, a protector, someone who changes the course of the story from the very moment she reappears. That's exactly what long-term fans have been waiting for, and it's the kind of writing move that ensures Lulu's return isn't forgettable. This accident victim, we also have to consider how this moment might affect her personally. Waking up from a coma, returning to a life that's moved on without her, seeing Dante with other relationships, realizing her daughter has grown and changed, all of this is overwhelming enough. But now, Lulu has to process the adrenaline of saving someone's life. That kind of event can shake a person to their core, forcing them to reflect on why they were put in that moment. Lulu may see this as a sign, almost like fate pushing her into action, reminding her of her own strength and purpose. It could be the very thing that reignites her spirit and sets her on a new path forward. And then there's the aftermath. Once the victim is revealed and the dust settles, Lulu's actions won't go unnoticed. Word will spread quickly in Port Charles, as it always does. Suddenly, Lulu isn't just back. She's being praised as a hero, and everyone will want to know how she managed to be in the right place at the right time. This will naturally pull her into conversations, reunions, and maybe even confrontations. Dante will have to grapple with the emotions of seeing her again, especially if she saved his life or the life of someone close to him. Laura will be overwhelmed with pride and relief, torn between wanting to protect Lulu and wanting to celebrate her bravery. Charlotte, of course, will be affected deeply, whether or not she was directly involved in the accident. And the rest of Port Charles will quickly realize that Lulu Spencer Falconeri is back, and she's already changing lives. This storyline also sets the stage for Lulu's future. Helping an accident victim is the kind of moment that sparks change, both for the victim and for the rescuer. If the victim survives, Lulu may find herself forever connected to that person, bound by gratitude and loyalty. If the victim doesn't survive, the tragedy could haunt Lulu, motivating her to fight harder for justice or closure. Either way, the act of helping in this crucial moment ensures that Lulu isn't on the sidelines. She's in the thick of it, exactly where she belongs. So as we look at the spoilers and piece together what might be coming, one thing is certain: Lulu's return is going to be big, emotional, and unforgettable. Helping an accident victim may sound simple on the surface, but in Port Charles, nothing is ever simple. This act of compassion could reignite old loves, rebuild fractured families, spark new rivalries, or even uncover hidden crimes. Lulu is stepping back into a world that has changed dramatically in her absence, but she's proving from the very first moment that she hasn't lost her fire. She's still the woman who runs toward danger instead of away from it, the woman who protects others even when she's struggling herself, the woman whose presence changes everything. And that's the beauty of this spoiler. It doesn't just mark a return, it marks a rebirth. Lulu Spencer is waking up, She's acting with courage, and she's about to remind everyone why she has always been one of the most compelling characters in General Hospital history. The question of who the accident victim is will keep fans speculating, debating, and theorizing for weeks to come. But no matter the identity, the outcome is clear. Lulu's back, and Port Charles will never be the same. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.